Halloween's coming up soon. And the chances are a lot of you will be celebrating it this year, whether you're not a Christian or even if you are. But the truth is, Halloween's a lot worse than it may seem. Yeah, beyond the costumes and the candy, there's many reasons why Halloween should not be celebrated at all, starting from the very beginning. Halloween originates from the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. It was on this day, October 31st, that it was believed the line between the physical realm and spiritual realm was blurred, allowing for the ghosts of the dead to return to Earth. With this in mind, the Celts would dress up in costumes made from animal skin to trick the fairies and other spirits into thinking that they too were a spirit, rather than a human, so they wouldn't be kidnapped. To appease their pagan gods, they would have a huge bonfire, sacrificing crops and animals as winter approached, hoping for good luck. On this day, the Celtic people, especially the Celtic priests called Druids, would attempt to tell each other's fortunes, believing that with the presence of these otherworldly spirits, their prophecies would be even more accurate than they usually were. Yeah, so it's pretty obvious that the early origins of Halloween have ties to talking to the dead, fortune telling, and pagan gods, none of which God is pleased with. But let's move on to more modern Halloween history. In the mid-8th century, Pope Gregory III moved All Saints' Day from May to November 1st, so that All Hallows' Eve coincided with the same day as Samhain. Whether their church intended this to replace the pagan holiday, it didn't, as the two began to mix in a way that wasn't good. When Halloween arrived in America in the late 1800s, it didn't lose any of its earlier ties to evil things. In fact, the first celebrations were called plague parties, when neighbors would gather together to sing, dance, tell stories of the dead, and again, fortune tell. Oh, and trick-or-treating has some strange history to it too. According to most historians, it originates from an ancient Irish practice called mumming. Children would go from door to door singing songs for the dead, and would have been rewarded with a little snack for their hard work. So with all this history, how come Halloween doesn't seem that bad? It seems almost harmless. Well, that's probably due to the fact that as Halloween began to grow more popular in the United States, there was a push to portray it as more family-friendly and less of a witchcraft and death-related holiday. That's why a lot of Christians and other people celebrate it today, thinking that it's harmless, when all you have to do is look around your street at some Halloween decorations and you'll see very quickly that it's not. And here's something else a lot of people don't know. Halloween is actually a time for witches to gather. That's not just a myth. And don't just take it from me. Check this out. The official website for the 2021 Witches' Ball in Salem says this: "The chill winds of autumn whisper to witches and welcome strangers alike, who journey to Salem from around the globe to summon the spirits at Halloween. From time out of mind, witches have used this sacred holiday to honor the dead, divine hidden secrets, and celebrate magic." And check out this quote from Mason Winfield, who's involved in all this witch ball stuff. He said, "Halloween is more than just a party. It's also a prime night to reach back to the ancestors. The two avenues really do belong together." Wow, I cannot believe how blatantly obvious they made it that witches use Halloween as a time to do evil, and they've been doing it for a while. But if you have been celebrating Halloween, don't think that I'm casting stones at you or anything like that. I just don't want you to do something that brings glory to the devil and not to God. I don't want you to have evil spirits in your life, and they can come in through Halloween, for sure. So instead of participating in Halloween this year, how about praying against it? Instead of going to that Halloween movie or that Halloween party, or even going trick-or-treating, how about you spend some time praying against the works of the enemy? Because we're part of God's kingdom, not the devil's. We are His children. We are a chosen generation.